I had a problem recently, and I used the six-step problem-solving method to help me. I'm going to show that to you right now. Okay. So the first step is to define the problems. Last month, I was going to be $20 short to pay rent. I needed $20 extra to be able to make rent. Second step was to brainstorm solutions. So there were several, and I had to evaluate these solutions. One would be to ask the landlord for an extension. This is an easy solution, and it would get me what I needed, but the landlord is likely to say no, it didn't work in the past, so that's not as viable. The next one is to ask my boss for a cash advance, maybe in exchange for doing an extra shift. Again, that would be pretty easy to do, and I would be able to, the cost would be okay. And it might work. I think the boss might actually have some work for me, and that might be a good solution. Another one would be to tell the landlord that I'm moving, that the rent is too expensive here, and I just can't afford it anymore. That would be a little more difficult to do, and wouldn't really solve the problem in terms of cost, and it's not likely really to work. I'm not sure the landlord would be okay with that. Another solution could be to say to say nothing and just wait until I actually do have the $20. That is easy to do, to not do anything, but the cost is not good, and it's not really likely to work, and especially if I don't make my rent on time, I could be evicted. Lastly, I could ask the landlord if I can pay $20 less in exchange for work, maybe around the building. This is not too hard to do. It's pretty easy. It would get me the money I need. The cost is okay. And there's a good chance that it might work. So the next step, now that I've evaluated the solutions, is to select one and give it a try. So I tried the last one, asking the landlord if I could pay $20 less in exchange for work. The landlord said no, so that didn't work out. So what I had to do is to evaluate again and try another solution. I went back to my list and tried B, asking the boss for a cash advance in exchange for an extra shift. And the good news is the boss said yes, and it worked out.